All right, guys, one little clip that we forgot. We're going to introduce it into our video of today. The books. This book I finished. I finished reading it, okay? And it's awesome, okay? Patrick Bet-David, 25 Ways of Doing the Impossible. I also put another dent on, Tony Robbins' Money. Master the Game, okay? Now, I created a list right here. And actually, no, I copied most of it from Patrick Bet-David's list. This list is well on its way. I know you can't read it, but go to Patrick Bet-David's website. He's got the 100. I took the 10. I skipped a couple, and I put another one, a couple more in there. But anyways, my commitment is to read 52 books in a year. That's about a book a week. And it's not hard, actually. This guy, I did it like in half a day. I work a little bit, at night before I went to sleep, in the morning, and it's quick, actually. It's a lot of pages and a lot of empty space, but yeah, I was encouraged by this one simply because all the stuff that is in there, but also because it was easy to read and quick. So, anyways, I'm thinking I can do 52 books a year, and it's got to be good books, not just books because I want to read books. Okay? All right, guys. We'll introduce this one into the video. Thanks, bye. All right, have you started?
Yes.
Okay, we're goofy, but here goes. This is Joe Gutierrez, the host of the Moneymaker channel, again with you guys today. We're doing this weekly. We do it on a Friday, and I spend the entire weekend, and sometimes Sunday night I post this on eBay. So we're going to get better again. We're going to be on cue as to our subjects today, and we're going to get started real quick. Again, welcome back. Those of you guys that are coming back to see us. We're going to talk about initially about our physical health. We will continue to talk about that every video in our progress as we go along to our goal, okay? Physical health. We've been taking hikes as a family. We go to the Santa Monica Mountains and we take a hike at the Los Leones hiking trail here, which is pretty good for everybody. Kind of keeps the family together. I recently had an operation, hernia, so I'm starting to get back into physical health. I noticed in those videos that my gut's showing pretty bad, so I'm trying to hide it right now, but actually I've done quite a bit of exercise this week. So physical health is very important to an entrepreneur to stay on top of your game, okay? Another thing that we're doing that I play soccer this week. I love soccer, and at 53 I'm still kicking 20, 18-year-olds, but because they don't stay in shape. I got out of shape, like I said, for the operation, and I got hurt for about a year, but I still walk quite a bit. I started slowly. I don't want to hurt myself again. Anyways, enough of that. Physical health, we're staying with it, very important, okay? Moving on to the motivational bucket, or motivational health, whatever you want to call it. Again, this is one of the easiest things to do. The reading is part of it. The reading will keep you going. But I want to show you some of the ones that I've gone through, the internet, and show you that are very easy to collect. This one talks about what would you do, what would you attempt to do if you knew you would not fail? Okay? All right, so it's hard to understand. We said you got to try something that is not easy, okay? So, this is Muhammad Ali. This is what he said, and one of the things that I collected on the internet. I hated every minute of training, but I said, don't quit. Suffer now and live the rest of your life as a champion. That was Muhammad Ali. He knew what he was talking about, okay? So he's talking about working hard, all right? And then end up a winner. So don't quit in the middle of it. Work hard. Here's another one, Napoleon Hill. And that's the #1 book that I'm reading right now, The Laws of Success, okay? One of the most common causes of failure is the habit of quitting when one is overtaken by temporary defeat. So, little defeats, you don't quit. You keep going, okay? Never, never, never quit. Okay? Okay, here's another one. Victory is always possible for the person who refuses to stop fighting. All right? Pick those up in the internet. Put them in your war wall, and your motivational wall in the bathroom, and your bedroom like I have. This is my bedroom, so every time I pass by this wall, in the morning, at night. I see these things and I go, yep, that's it. All right. Again, another one. To become successful, you must be a person of action. Merely to know is not sufficient. It is necessary both to know and do. So, knowing, reading books, and getting inspirational about things, yeah, well, a lot of people do that. That's a lot of people. It's a lot of, I call them, I don't want to offend anyone, but I do have a term for people that start and leave, it's, you're a poser. And when my kid taught me that in skateboarding, those guys that don't really do the tricks well and they quit, they don't hone their skills, and or they just wanna be. They're called posers. So I use that word a lot. Yeah, he's a poser. When I see somebody and I define him as a poser, that means that he's not doing the hard work behind the doors to really get things done. Okay, so that's another one right here that I love. This one right here. It's okay to be a dreamer. Just make sure you're also a planner and a worker. Okay? Again, these things will keep speaking to you. You already know these things, but it is important, even if you have a lot of desire to do things. They tell you that don't just dream about things. It's okay to dream, but dreams don't have to run themselves. You better be a planner and a doer. And that's what we're doing today here, okay? Now, we're trying to stay on cue. We have a clock back there. I'm at the 4-minute mark, and I'm doing really well. Here. A very important one that I use every day, and this is what we're doing. That's what you see all this goofy stuff going on, and not a lot of organization here, is do not wait for the time. Will never be just right. Start where you stand and work with whatever tools you may have at your command, and better tools will be found as you go along. Okay? This is a very important one. Start where you stand. Okay? Just keep going. Better tools will come as you go along the way. All right? Another one. One way to avoid criticism is to do nothing and be nobody. The world will then leave you alone. Will then not bother you. Okay? So do nothing and nobody. You're gonna create criticism by your endeavors. Okay? From all sides.
It means you don't care what other people say. Just if you're doing it right or wrong.
Exactly. See how my kids are absorbing this? And I don't talk to them about this stuff before. I bring it from work, I print it, I say this is good to talk about in the video. But as I speak to you, they are digesting it. They're working through the issue, and they're telling me what it means to them, and they're right on the money. Okay. Another one right here. Most great people have achieved their greatest success just one step beyond their greatest failure. Napoleon Hill. Most of these are from Napoleon Hill. This guy is to me, he's the father of all this entrepreneur fuel. First book, like I said, The Law of Success, is by Napoleon Hill. And I found this on the line. Just go Napoleon Hill, motivational quotes, and here you have, okay? One more. Whatever the mind conceive and believe, it can achieve. Napoleon Hill. All right? Look these up. Put them, go get your $1.99 frames at the 99-cent store with Patrick Bet-David Dad worked. And get those 99-cent frames and put them on your wall. Here's Winston Churchill. A pessimist sees the difficulty in every opportunity. An optimist sees the opportunity in every difficulty. Good stuff. One more, and I'll leave you alone with these, okay? Edison failed 10,000 times before he made the electric light. Do not be discouraged. If you fail a few times, okay, keep that in mind. This was quote by Napoleon Hill, but he's talking about Edison. Everybody knows what Edison is. Everybody knows what the light bulb is. He tried 10,000 times before he achieved it. What would the world be if somebody just gave up the first, second? Now, most of us give up the first time. Let alone the second, third. Don't do that. This is mine, but I probably heard it somewhere else. Nothing is going to happen if you don't make it happen. Okay? And the last one is the modification of zapatas. What I did last time. It's better to live on your feet than to die on your knees. Get going. Living, working at a place that you're not fulfilled, that you're not using, you're in your knees and you will die on your knees. You're dying on your knees. This one right here is a character as I was a kid in Mexico, La Hormiga Atómica, the atomic ant. Most of you guys are not even familiar with this guy. But this guy was a hard worker. He was a tiny little guy, but he will get up in the morning and fly and solve big problems. He could lift cars, he could do, I mean, this guy was awesome. So anyways, that leads me to our next segment here, which is,
This one and this one.
and this one's teamwork, all the ants right there. So with that inspiration, we move on to our, we're big dreamers, so we're talking about a company logo. I was talking to my daughter Josie the other day when I was dropping her at school, and
Aren't you going to show them the pictures?
a picture of the car.
Yeah.
No, we'll do that later. But yes, I will show it before if we have time. Well, why don't you click that up there? I can't see the clock anymore. There you go. 9 minutes. All right, gotta get going. So we talked about a company logo, big thinking, But hey, we're toying with it. Why not? Okay, we're gonna need a company logo one day. We talked about. My daughter said, "Well, why don't we use an eagle? Soar like an eagle." What does SOAR stand for at school?
It stands for successfully. O stands for outstanding. A stands for accountable. And R stands for respectful.
Great. See that? All right, but I told her I wanted to use the and too. Somehow, can we work on this and combine the and, which is, soar like an eagle, but work like an ant. That was my saying, okay? So we worked throughout the week. We played around with different stuff from the internet, and we came out with this logo. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's an eagle flying. There's an and attached to it right in there. And our motto, our company motto, as new people come into our group here, it's going to be soar like an eagle and work like an ant. That's a great motto for a company. Think big, think high, dream, but work like an ant. Okay? This is called, and our company name, by the way, right now, as it stands, is SON, S-O-N.
S-O-N.
And that stands
Something
for
out of nothing.
something out of nothing. And that's what we're doing here, okay? And we're going to stick with this. All right? This is it. So now, let's move on. We talk about motivation and the sayings. Capital. Let's talk about the scorecard of the capital real quick. Again, I'm going to show you my eBay account now. It's 1,140. And again, we had the 1,001 from last week between the bikes and in the yard sales. That combines all together. I'm going to do it real quick, so I should have done it before, but I always do it right here on the fly. But again, we're doing a lot of things at the same time, but I want you guys to know, okay, where are we getting the money to do anything here? We're not spending a lot of money. This is effort right now. Okay, so it's 1,001 plus 140 is 141, $2,141, okay? And there's more coming. I got about 6-7 more items on the internet that are being sold right now. So again, I'm cheating a little bit. I have this Snap-on that is going to go on Craigslist, and guys at work want to buy it. I bought the Snap-on thinking, I don't really use it. It was like a trophy for me. I'm not a mechanic, so anyways, I have it in there. It's an old Snap-on. It's worth about $1,500. I got 2 toolboxes. That's gonna go. So that's talk about our capital goal. Okay, so there it is. That's where we're going. We'll keep track of that. Our working capital. Josie wants to show you something that she mentioned to me, and I'm going to let her do it because this is a family business, and she wants to show what she did at school. Okay?
Tie heels.
All right, that was one of her projects. She did a great job.
Paragraphs in one page.
All right, all the paragraphs in one page. That's a little and working right there. Okay? All right. Well, good, Josie. Would you put this away? All right, moving on, guys. Real quick, so we took care of the capital part of it, the name and logo, the SON. Teens, very important. I'm very proud to announce that I've called people in my life, my past life. One of my bosses, who's now, I believe, maybe in charge of one plant now, but at one point after he left us, he was in charge of 4 plants. Great individual, great organizer, an amazing guy to be around. Okay, his name is Juan Amezquita. And we're meeting this weekend. That's the secondary team. And that will be Juan, in no special order here, guys. And then Antonio. Antonio's also an acquaintance of mine that we met and worked together for about a year at a past company of mine, which was Rio Tinto. Alcan Rio Tinto. He was our safety manager, and then went on to also be his career took an upswing. He's worked different companies. He's been in charge of about 4 or 5 companies. But he's willing and he's stoked about getting together this weekend. So again, in your area, you may have your grandma, you may have your uncle, you may have your neighbor, you may have somebody at work, a boss that wants to come in the secondary team. And then we have Rudy. Rudy's a phenomenal guy. He's great with computers. He's a super fast learner. He worked under me for about 3 years. And again, he did a great job, okay? He's a fast learner. I want him on my team. He's an IT guy. He will complement the team. And we're getting together for breakfast, okay? All right, my daughter's pointing out to the clock. Moving on. Mentors. I talked to a guy, a gentleman that did my boss for 18 years when I worked in the military industry, providing contacts and connectors. His name is Neil Castleman. He's now owner of I looked on the internet and I talked to him the other day, about 7 companies, okay? And he just returned from Europe, but he gave me an appointment for the 4th, after the 4th of July to call him. Now that's about 2 weeks, 3 weeks from now, but again, these mentors are very busy people. The fact that he didn't shut the door on me, it's great. I know that he'll meet with me and see how he can contribute to my cause, how he can coach me, how he can mentor me. But again, we took care of that. I am very proud of that. I want to talk about it. Okay, well, I think Josie wants to show you another project, which is the sisters, and we will take care of that. Again, these are the projects. It's the end of the school year. I want them to be part of this group. Now, this is Jackie's project. She did SpaceX. We live about 2 blocks from the headquarters of SpaceX, okay? She did a great job with it. We went and took pictures there. We're at the hub of the aerospace industry here in Hawthorne, Inglewood, California. And again, I wanted to show you how she did such a phenomenal job here. She got 98% of the points she needed to get, and I'm very proud of her, okay? Again, that's my camera woman, and she does a great job over there. All right, here we go. Let's put that away now real quick because we want to talk about our last subject here, and that's about a little bit about barriers. Barriers. As you go into this endeavor, you're going to find barriers and some have obstacles, so you got to know the difference between barriers and obstacles. And we'll talk a little bit more in the next video about that. But again, we all talked about the crab effect. So, in that note, we you know, there's going to be along the way as you progress, there's numbers of people that are, and sometimes they may even be family members where you feel left out. They're going to try to pull you down a little bit because you're taking off in a direction that they're just not understanding at the time. So count on that. Manage that. That's a barrier. You have to put a little bit of time on that, okay? That's not an obstacle you can go around. So with that in mind, I have, one more thing that I did I'm very proud of. Oh, I almost forgot. By the way, our business cards, they're being printed, okay? We're not paying for business cards yet. You just put that around. Don't spend any money, okay? One thing that I did for my own motivation to motivate others, I'm becoming a mentor for Venice High School for the ESL students. We talked about ESL students. I went today and I applied and I was accepted in that. The principal thought it was a great idea for me to become a mentor based on the fact that I went there and I was an ESL student. I applied and now I have to do proof of TB vaccination and fingerprints, but that's a process. This is my pass. They wouldn't let me keep it, but I took a picture of it, okay? Anyways, again, that's part of the whole process that we're going here. I want to make sure that everybody understands. Thank you. We'll see you next week. We want to close in real quick. Jackie, why don't you come in and let's do this. Again, my camera woman's coming over. And go ahead. Go ahead and bring it if you want. Alright, so here we are. Alright, Josie, there you go. She's going to pick up the bunny. Alright, guys. Let's do this. Let's close it up.
Subscribe,
like, and comment down below. Alright. Oh, can you turn it off?